Well, a huge week in terms of British politics. I know some channels will obsess with individuals and personalities. It's not my style, it never has been. I prefer to look at the bigger picture of what is going on in our country. And we've seen some quite astonishing by-election results this week that I want to focus on. Very, very interesting. And what they tell us, not only are Reform continuing to win seats across the country, but the Conservative Party literally week by week is absolutely crumbling. And you've seen Kemi Badenoch again today try and present the Tories as somehow tough when they allowed this country to be absolutely humiliated and trampled on. And one of their signature policies, the Rwanda policy, the Rwanda scheme, blocked by the ECHR, something they allowed to go on for years. So to see them relaunch this review or whatever they are going to say and try and convince you of on the ECHR, I think, quite frankly, is pathetic. As for what is actually going on in the country, where we've seen this Scottish Parliament by-election this week, where Labour, surprisingly, actually won. Yes, their vote share down, but they won that seat. But just look at the SNP collapsing. Look at that Reform percentage. From nowhere to over 26% of the vote, in third there. And just look at what that shows us. Conservatives on just 6%. So vote Tory there, get Labour. And as John Curtis remarks, actually the real story of that by-election is that Reform have made enormous strides, not just in the English local elections now, but doing the same in Scotland. And if these results continue to play out in this way, under a proportional representation system, Reform get between 20 and 30 MSPs in Scotland in the Scottish Parliament next year, because unlike us English, they're allowed their own parliament with proportional representation. But when it comes to England and local election results this week, well, you can see here, vote Conservative, get Lib Dem, because Reform almost winning this seat in West Sussex, but the Conservatives there splitting the Reform vote and allowing the Lib Dems to win there. The Tory vote absolutely collapsing there. In Nigel Farage's own constituency of Clacton, you've got Frinton here, which perhaps is the most, or was the most, safe Conservative area of the constituency. Well, just look what's happened now. The Conservatives' decline continues, Reform gaining that seat from the Conservatives with close to 60% of the vote. And then we turn to Norfolk, where, quite astonishingly, this is Norfolk, 2 local council by-elections, the Conservatives didn't even field a candidate. This is a party that, whatever Kemi Badenoch and other MPs in Westminster argue, it's a party that is absolutely collapsing out there across the country. And you can see here it's left to Reform to take on Labour. And in that ward there of Fairstead, you see Reform going from nowhere to 39% of the vote, gaining that seat from Labour. Another by-election there as well, Northlin. Again, no Conservative candidate put up. Reform winning that easily as well, close to 50% of the vote. So that's the reality of what is going on across the country. Please do let me know your thoughts on that in the comments below. I will, of course, keep bringing you all the latest on this and much more though, guys. So please do whack this video a quick thumbs up. And of course, as ever, cheers for watching.